Man, I was just watching a Matt Armstrong video. Dude's doing a 720S rebuild at the moment. He said that he'll have it finished and complete and driving by Christmas of this year. The car is just a bare tub at the moment. It's but yeah, his timeline is pretty crazy to think about, especially when I think about this thing and how long this is gonna take me. Obviously, dude's got a team and this and that and the other, but and I got rust. This isn't made of carbon fiber. But yeah, no, it's just funny to think about. Christmas next year for me. That would be cool. If I could do it sooner than that, that'd be awesome. But I guess, you know, we'll just have to keep grinding and put in that work and get there one step at a time, right? So we are back working on the GTR. Obviously, you guys know we left off last video working on this whole area. So I did a decent job at cleaning this all up, getting all the rusts and stuff cleaned up, making it look pretty brand new again. Now, I've ran into a dilemma once again. I've come into a position where, yes, I can either cut the corner or I can just do it right, even though nobody's gonna know. Only I would know. I could not even show and film this, but dude, I'm looking on the inside here. I'm just looking on the inside. You guys see all that in there? So I'm gonna think about that. Last night I actually went ahead and just hit these pieces with the old metal prep stuff and the rust killer. This metal prep stuff is pretty cool. It's basically anything that you spray it on. Just if there is any sort of lingering rust, it'll just neutralize it, it'll stop it. They say you can basically just apply it right on rusty material, but I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna clean it up as best as we can and then apply it afterward. It's called Gem Rust Killer. So I got all these pieces treated up. This is that new piece that you guys saw me make in the last video, but then we're coming back to the car. And I also just did this area back here so you can see all the tiny little black dots. Cool thing is, like, before I sprayed it, you couldn't really see much of that, but afterwards, it really highlighted everything. So it was pretty cool to kind of see what was lingering that you couldn't really see or get, and it just neutralizes it, dude. It's sweet. Won't have to worry about rust anymore. So the next step is just gonna be applying some weld-through primer, letting that cure and dry for a bit, and in the meantime, I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna do about this whole area, and I'll keep you guys posted. All right, after a little bit of thinking, I'm deciding I'm just gonna do it, man. I'm just gonna do it. Just gonna go ahead and take this piece off, because look, I'm gonna regret it. Just stop messing around. Let's get to it. I thought, however, it'd be pretty cool to see how long this takes me, so I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna start a stopwatch and see how long. So let me just show you guys really quick. It's basically here, and then it just runs all underneath and ties into there. One hour, man. 1 hour exactly. An hour, 2 minutes. And it's out. It's out. Let's check it out, shall we? Look at that. Oof. Oof. Oh. Yeah, not good. Not great. Even up here, look at that. Ooh-wee. Yeah, well. Might as well, right? All right, that's done. All right, just took a little break, had a nice little tuna sandwich. I think now the next step is just to go ahead and start cleaning up all the rust and all the stuff that we just found. I just found myself watching like one of these supercar videos, just roll-in videos. Man, some of these cars are incredible, man. I'd like to say that maybe one day, you know what I mean? Like, I bought my piece, that little piece of artwork right there. You guys see a little GT2 RS. Just something to look at every day, just to maybe, you know, help me think about it, manifest it. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna hurt, but, oh, dude. Is that SF90? All right, guys, it is the next day. I made a good amount of progress yesterday. Cleaned up pretty much everything on the inside here. So it's actually looking pretty good. I also just went ahead and split apart this part. You guys can't even see. That's just another layer. And I said, might as well, you know what I mean? I already had the spot welds kind of half drilled out, so I said, while I'm in here, it'd be foolish not to go ahead and just clean that up also. I gotta say, man, today was one of those days. Walked in the shop and I just did nothing for like 3-4 hours, didn't even turn the lights on. I just turned the lights on and it's like 1 p.m. One of them days, man. But you know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta say, fuck the emotions and just get to work. So that's what we're gonna do today. You know what I mean? No point in just sitting around. Let's be productive and do something. Also, check this out. This is the piece. I cleaned it up really nicely. So that came out really good. Brand new, you know what I mean? Feels much better putting this together clean like this than it was, you know, seeing it all rusty, so that's good. Okay, so I just went ahead and cleaned everything up for the final time. Went ahead and hit with some wax and grease remover and then tossed some of my rust conditioner spray on everything. That way I know that in the future, it will not rust ever again. So when you guys are doing stuff like this, definitely grab yourself some metal conditioner, something along the lines of what I've got. It's gonna be worth it. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. As far as putting things back together, we are gonna start with that. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting this piece back in. So let's go ahead and do that. I have some locator holes that I drilled through from my Cleco clip, so that way I have a good position of where to put everything. So this, hang on, let me figure this out. So this, it might actually be easier to come in from the top. Oh, hang on. There we go. All right. If you're unaware what Clecos are, super nifty, dude. Basically just like a temporary rivet, I guess you could say. You have to use a special tool. You push this, these little pins come through, and when then you let go, they kind of spread open and just pinch whatever layers of metal you've gone through together. It's pretty sweet. You know, you drill the holes before you take the piece out. That way, it's going back exactly where it came from. It's pretty handy trick, if I do say so myself. I just spent like a few minutes just looking at this and just like, it's just such a small part of the puzzle. I get that. But dude, it's just so cool to see it. Like, just knowing that like one of the biggest trouble areas on GTRs that so many people just leave and just kind of say, oh, whatever, I'll just prime it. And mine it's just as good as it can be. It's removed, cleaned up, perfect. I'm not saying I'm the only one that does that. But it's just cool, you know what I mean? Like it's just cool. Don't worry about those welded holes. We're gonna take care of that. Look at that, dude. All right, guys, so got it tacked in with some nice cold welds. Just like I said, just some light tacks. Not that I see myself needing to remove it or anything like that, but just nice just to get it tacked in lightly. And then once I kind of have everything in place, I'll then go ahead and final weld it and get everything all dressed up. But yeah, dude, check it out, the fitment. That's kind of it for now. I'm not gonna film myself welding this all up and dressing it. You guys don't really care. I will show the final product, but no point in showing you guys just me welding. That's just boring, right? You know what I mean? So the next thing on the to-do list was, well, I wasn't really sure. So I figured I might as well just tackle this. I just figured, why not? It's gotta get done regardless, so let's just get it done. I'm gonna go ahead and just do a lot of sanding. I'm gonna go ahead and remove all the remains of my Raptor liner for my undercoating that I did. Just not happy about it at all, not happy about the product itself. It's the totally incorrect product for the job. So let's go ahead and zip it all off, and I'm gonna show you guys what we end up using as an actual undercoat, which I definitely recommend you guys do. And if you guys are having your car work done and the shop is planning to use Raptor liner, tell them do not use Raptor liner. You're gonna have issues. Okay. So here we are. It's a few hours later. Had some dinner. Actually just got back from Harbor Freight. Picked up these couple paint guns. Honestly, for 50 bucks, you can't be upset. I was actually just about to get one of these, which is about 35 on its own. And for 15 bucks more, you get a full size. It's mainly a primer gun. Comes with a pretty large tip. Quick PSA on Raptor liner. Don't use it on your wheel wells and undercoating. It's not the correct product. That's for bed liner. pretty much, you know what I mean? That's what it is, it's bed liner. Cars flex a lot, so it may last a little bit, but you gotta think, but over a long period of time, it's gonna crack. It's just such a hard paint that any sort of flexing in the chassis over time, it will just crack, it just will. So I had it on there, obviously, I realized it was not the correct product for the job. So we're gonna go ahead, I'll show you guys what I will be using, and it's a much better product. It's actually supposed to be used as undercoating, and it's not a gross, greasy, nasty product. It's actually really high quality. We'll get there when we get there, but for now, I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna prep this area for some epoxy. That way I can go ahead and start reassembling this little top corner of the car and keep things moving. All right guys, you have to excuse my chaos of a mess that I got going on here. So I've got the primer out, the 2K epoxy. This is a DTM, or direct to metal high solids epoxy primer. So this also, should be, hopefully I'll have it linked down below. So if you guys are doing something like this, maybe you can get some off Amazon. I really recommend this product, it's really awesome. This is specifically in white. Cool thing about when you do like a white primer, or like a primer that's kind of close to the color of the actual car that it's gonna be when it's painted. Let's just say you do get a rock chip in the paint. Primer is obviously like the kind of most durable paint surface that gets applied to the car. Let's say you do get a chip, the primer is gonna be white. So this car is gonna be white. If it does get a chip, you know what I mean, it won't stick out if it's gray or a black primer. It'll kind of blend in since it'll be white primer. But regardless, that's just kind of a top tip. You guys can kind of maybe match up a primer to what color you guys are gonna be painting. They do have you can tint primers and stuff like that. So just an idea. As you guys can see, my tape job over here is looking pretty good. Basically just have all the areas I'm gonna be hitting with the weld-through primer masked off. That way I can just go ahead and get the epoxy in all the places that I want it, and not in the places I don't. So we've done it underneath, both sides. You guys get the deal. Same up in here. So should come out sweet. We're gonna do this piece, and we're gonna do that piece. All right, so I set the regulator on my compressor to 20 pounds, 20 PSI. That should be good. I haven't even test sprayed this gun, so we're just gonna go at it, see how it is. I kinda got my base setting set up. See how she does, eh? All right, we're finally done. Man, it is sure is time consuming. That took a lot of time, man. You never expect these things to take so much time, but man, they do. As you can see, we got the weld-through primer all applied. Yeah, let's go ahead. I think for tonight though, it's like 10:30. I still have to edit tomorrow's video. I haven't even started out the day not wanting to do absolutely anything. I can't say I don't feel that way still, but you know what I mean? You just kind of got to get in the groove, get in the work grind, and there goes the day, you know what I mean? I feel like we got a good amount done. I don't know. It's looking all right, innit? All right, we are back. So, just released the video for today, and I'm ready to get back working on this car. So we're basically gonna go ahead and just start putting this thing back together, get everything all assembled, and hopefully get it one step closer to completion. Let's just get to it. Fast forward many hours, it's now 11 p.m. in the evening, obviously, wow. It's been a long evening, man, welding this thing up, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. Check this out. Yes, ma'am. So she's all welded in. I just welded it and dressed it off cam. You guys, like I said, that's welding. We're just basic, it's simple. So if you guys get the deal, we're just welding holes up. So plug welded everything back together, and it's looking really, really good. It doesn't even look like I took anything off. You know what I mean? That's kind of the point. I even added in the 4 kind of spot tacks that comes on from the factory. So we're all good, man. It is a beautiful repair. We'll be using a product to kind of throw in all the cavities and all that stuff. So I'll be sure to show you guys how we go about that process when the time comes. But for now, epoxy primer inside and out. This thing is, dude. I'm sorry, I'm just freaking out. Sorry, okay, we'll cut it. I think that's gonna call it for tonight, man. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. This is so time consuming. I know it's probably impossible to show and transfer that time onto camera. Dude, wow. That took me hours, you know what I mean? It's just, if I didn't want to be so perfect, and if I didn't care about the details and like dressing all the welds and making it look absolutely like nothing ever happened, I'll be done in like a fraction of the time, you know what I mean? But it's because I'm going through all these steps, making sure that things look pretty much, I don't know what the word is, but it's just in my book, it's really good. So I'm really happy with it. That's where the time is, and you're never gonna see this. Once the fender's on, you're never gonna see this spot, ever. But it's just the way I am, you know what I mean? So that's it for today though. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Should be coming up pretty soon. If you guys made it all the way to the end of the video, give the video a thumbs up if you have not done so already. Would be cool to kind of grow the channel. I'm not really too sure how to do that in this world of YouTube. I think honestly I just kind of have to post as much as I can, so I hope you guys don't mind. And but yeah, I'm enjoying it. Like that's kind of what it's all about. I'm just having a good time doing this. That's really the most important thing. So yeah, that's it. However, and I'll catch you guys in a few days. See ya.